What if Naruto is raised on Mount Meaboku? First, let's just start this off. I'm lazy, okay? Jiraiya would find out about the Nine Tails attack, and like the third Hokage would be like, ooh, uh, should I leave this helpless child in Jiraiya's hands? So he calls Jiraiya over. Jiraiya thinking it's a meeting for like investigating stuff. So then he's like, here. He chatted about with village elders. Donzo probably disagreed, but Donzo thinks he could just take him after Jiraiya dies, or Naruto goes back to the village. Okay, so Naruto, he would just be training in Mount Meaboku non-stop with Gamakichi. Gamakichi's a bit bigger, maybe like 3 times his size than he was in canon, because he's been training with Naruto non-stop. Yeah, Jiraiya would give him to Manpa, and Jiraiya would just be yeet. Yeah, he done the reverse summoning, we all know that. Okay, so Manpa, they train with him sometimes, so then they'd be able to gather more natural energy for Jiraiya. Jiraiya tried to master Sage Mode, but he couldn't. So Jiraiya came back when he was bored one day, and he taught Naruto the wind-style Gale Palm. And then it was graduation day. He knows the Shadow Clones. And then, so he went back to the village. Jiraiya taught him how to summon the toads. So they'd go, literally, let's say Gamakichi would just be in his like backpack. Let's just say he had like this like ninja bag, and then Gamakichi would just come out. Yeah, like at graduation day, he gets tricked by Mitsuki. He's only a bit smarter. Manpa helped him study a bit. So, not Manpa, Gamakichi, literally like would just guard Naruto while he'd read the scroll, and Mitsuki's like, that frog, I might as well kill it, and then just throws the giant shuriken. The toad uses wind bullet, and pushes it away back at Mitsuki, nearly chopping his arm off in the progress. But dodging barely, and leaving a giant scar across his head. And he's like, damn you! And tries rushing over, but then Iruka arrives. And then he sees what's happening. So then Iruka's like, hell no, I'm gonna beat the crap out of Mitsuki. Naruto learns it, and then he goes over to Mitsuki and went, 2,000 actually, multi-shadow clones. They all just beat the hell out of him. Yes, 2,000. That's all Naruto could muster from his training. And then he'd get them all to do Earth style. What? Mud bullet. And just shoot it out at them. Out at him. Like, it'd nearly kill him. Yep. So, yeah. Orochimaru would not know about this interaction. So, let's just skip to the bell test. Naruto would bring Gamakichi with him. Yeah, like, this is a stupid idea, I know. Iruka would just be like, he could protect you when you graduate as a ninja. That's very smart. So he'd have him right next to him, literally in his bag all the time. Literally, Gamakichi would just chow down on food. Oh yeah, Naruto still saves Hinata. But like, he got taken away. Jiraiya brought him back to the village every few times. Naruto just beat the bully's ass, even when they pulled out the kunai. Yeah. Okay, so Gamakichi would just be like Do you know the way I say he's 4 times his size? I'm gonna revert that to 2 times his size, because we can't have him too big. Yeah. So then they would just literally, the bell test starts. Sasuke, yeah, they all say that. Naruto's like, I want to be stronger than Jiraiya the Gallant. Yeah. Naruto would just rush in with Gamakichi, taking it, throwing his bag, and then Gamakichi would just leap out of it and do a water bullet. And Kakashi's like, what is this? And then he goes over, punches Naruto, and cancels the water style with the fire style, fireball jutsu. And then so then Naruto gets on his feet, and then he's like, that's it. And his super imperfect sage mode, let's say, the one he learned, the one that looked stupid with Mompa. Let's say that's worse than Jiraiya's. So then he would just attack. So then he'd get that. He'd get a bit of boost, not stronger than a 1 or 2 tails cloak, because it's super imperfect. Maybe a bit stronger than the slit-eyed form of Naruto in the Land of Waves arc. Actually a bit below that, since he's a bit weaker. Cause yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm just trying to nerf Naruto a bit. Okay, so then Sasuke, let's say he accesses one Tomo in only one of his eyes, and then dashes at Kakashi, with Naruto and Gamakichi. Sakura just watching from the forest, be like, go Sasuke, Literally, she just she comes over and tries to help, but just gets easily bit up. So this time, Sakura would actually know two jutsus. Shadow Clone Jutsu, yes, I think she knows this in the original timeline. And Fire Style Fireball Jutsu, a way weaker one. It's only a bit strong. It's only a small bit. So she'd come up, and instead of spewing it from her mouth, she'd surround it about one of her hands, and then just try punch Kakashi with a barrage of fists, but dodge every single one. So then Kakashi's like, these kids are good. And then Gamakichi, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura pull a combined jutsu. Earth style! Wind bullet! And then they do fireball jutsu, so that makes the wind bullet strong. Fireball jutsu way stronger. So then Kakashi counters with his own at a giant and uses a decent amount of chakra. But then after Gamakichi spewed it, he was like, that's it. And then when he has this toad technique. I'm just trying to make Gamakichi as strong as Naruto. Since Gamakichi's already in toad sage mode. Yeah. Let's say he just went into Naruto, went out of his toad sage mode 1 second prior. And then Naruto just got blasted with natural energy right when he'd go into Jiraiya's sage mode for a split second and shoot the bullet straight at Kakashi. He would get his Sharingan out and then do a fireball jutsu back real fast, and then it would clash. Sasuke would be like, damn you! And awaken a one Tomo in each eye. So then he just right before it happened, Kakashi put he was only using one hand to use the jutsu, and he's been using he knows a lot of jutsu. Let's just say he had a Chidori ready in hand. He dashed at Naruto. Sasuke was like, oh shit, we need this kid for the team, and leaps to save him. And then Gamakichi just like hits it with a small little sword. And then gets blasted away, and he's like, Naruto thinks like Gamakichi got stabbed, so Naruto's like, damn you, and just rushes in with a punch to the stomach, a punch to the head, and just like, yeah. So then Naruto would probably go into like a one-tailed cloak state and just try to hit him. But then he'd realize, I'm stupid bitch, Gamakichi alive, and then he just focus all the Nine Tails chakra into a Gale Palm and yeet Kakashi. Like, it didn't touch Kakashi, but it just, the amount of force into it just yeeted him through multiple trees. He couldn't even get away with his Sharingan, it was so fast. And then he was like, Argh! And that's like, Zabuza isn't even like Jinchuriki level, so he would just get demolished. Like, and this is Kakashi before a bit of a training arc, so he would get even more demolished. So then Naruto would come up into his imperfect Sage mode, maybe weaker than him in Land of Waves Slide form, and just yay, and just take the bells, and then he'd be like, he would nearly take the bells. Kakashi substituted, but then Kakashi realized he's surrounded by 99 shadow clones. And then the shadow clones start producing shadow clones. That leads to 4,000 shadow clones. And then he's like, what? And starts fighting Naruto and the shadow clones. But they're all in that Sage mode type thing. He would do what he did on Mitsuki. But then Kakashi would just like preparing a jutsu, but he couldn't react in time for all of them to shoot him and go flying backwards again out of the training grounds. But he teleports back in with a few bruises and just rushes at Naruto. Sasuke tries to hit him with a kunai in the cheek, but he dodges, punches Sasuke, and elbows Naruto to the ground. Sasuke went up into the air and was like, fireball, fire style, jutsu! Kakashi just swiped through it like, do you know what the white lightsaber that he had? Yeah, I know I forgot what it's called, sorry. He would just slice through the fireball and just like, with like his hand fully like innovated with chakra, and kick Sasuke to the ground. They still have the bells, mind this. So then they'd all pass. Two of them would have passed Naruto and Sasuke anyways. Sakura wasn't there. She just helped a tiny bit. So they all pass. And then all the D-rank missions and the Land of Waves arc goes okay until Naruto fights Haku. So Haku would just rush at Naruto. And just like, Naruto would be like, hello, you're in danger. And he just summon Gamabunta and try to kill Haku. No, not Gamabunta. Do you know that one with the pitchfork? He'd be like, what is it, Naruto? Like, just a random toad would come to him every time, and he'd be like, lucky, I got one of the stronger ones. Hee. And just like proceed to like kill these two. And then they would just go, fine, Naruto. And Gamakichi would be like, they hurt me too. Like, he'd be in the ice mirrors. Sasuke wouldn't take the needles. Sasuke would still train. Yeah, so Naruto would still give the speech at the end, and Haku and Zub blah blah blah. This is the end of the what if. Bye, boys and girls.